From Action Tab World Headquarters, this is T.A. Barnhart with another Tab report. Let me foreshadow a bit here.
I've never owned a car, and my family still chooses not to own a car, but sometimes you just need a car. I would probably be appearing before you today if I owned a car, for example.
That's Jessica Roberts of Portland testifying by video on House Bill 3149, aka peer-to-peer car sharing. It's like Zipcar, but instead of renting from a national corporation, you rent from neighbors. Representative Ben Cannon introduced the concept to the House Transportation and Economic Development Committee back in March.
John's program would allow me to actually join a kind of car club and sign up to rent a neighborhood car from a neighbor who's also signed up for this program on an hourly, daily basis. Rather than a company fleet of cars that are available for rent, uses neighborhood, family, privately owned cars that are made available to a voluntary pool of folks who sign up for hourly or daily car sharing, car rental. Whole range of cars, many of which for much of the day, much of the week are just sitting idle. And the notion here is to try to put some of those cars to work in a way that can supplement the income for the owner of the car.
There are several companies doing peer-to-peer car sharing in California. John Atchison started one of them, and he told the committee why the concept has value.
The average car in America sits idle 92% of the time. A car owner that rents their car just 2 or 3 hours a day can pretty much cover all of the fixed cost of that automobile. That the average person who switches from having their own car and driving that car regularly to participating in a car sharing program as a driver reduces their driving by about 40%. All the money that then comes out of this, both in terms of the savings of the riders and the drivers and the money that's being earned by the owners, I mean, that's all local money.
House Bill 3149 does not give permission for peer-to-peer car sharing. It enables insurance to be sold that makes the car sharing possible. The net result, said David Brook, a car sharing consultant, is to create a system based on trust.
Well, I think the important lesson is that you've got to be able to trust the person in the transaction, and that's what the personal vehicle car sharing company does. Is it screens the driving record of the drivers, and it uses the rating tool so that other drivers can figure out whether this is a car they want to use or not.
Back to Jessica Roberts. She told the committee her neighbors offered the use of their car, but she's not comfortable borrowing it when it's their insurance that's at risk.
It would allow families to save that $8,000 per year AAA says it costs to own a car, either by allowing families like mine not to own a car, or by allowing families like my neighbors to make a little money back on their sunk investment. This is simple, straightforward, no cost to the state. I would love to see you pass this bill. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I have been waiting years for a bill like this to pass, and it would make a huge difference in my life and the life of my family.
This is smart legislation. It uses personal relationships, the free market, and a sophisticated understanding of what green really means to meet numerous challenges. The House passed the bill. The Senate Transportation, Business, and Economic Development Committee holds a public hearing on Tuesday, and it should be law before too long. So when I sign up to share your car, please don't gouge me too much on the price. For the Action Tab, this is T.A. Barnhart. Goodbye.